Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with an eyeshadow, well, it's kind of three different things. It's my eyeshadow collection, a clean out, and I also want to make you aware that I have started selling some of my things on Mercari. So everything I clean out will either be donated or you will find it over there for sale. So we are going to go through my collection, and y'all, I will tell you, I'm going to be ruthless because I'm tired of having so many eyeshadows that I can't focus on my ones that I love. So we're going to be ruthless. So anyway, we're going to go over to my eyeshadow drawer and we will clean this stuff out together. Okay, so I've got you, I think, at the best angle to see my entire eyeshadow drawer. There it is. That side. It's just one armoire drawer, and this drawer is so heavy. Okay, now let me get my chair. Okay, now I'm going to pull these out one at a time. Let me point you this way so I can, there we go. Okay, let's start on this end, and I'll just pull them out and we will decide. Okay, I've got the Too Faced Just Peachy palette. It looks like that. I am never cleaning this out. I still love this palette. It's one of my all-time favorite matte palettes, warm palettes. I can get reds, peaches. I still love this palette. It is as fresh to me as the day I got it. I love it. Okay, then I've got the Lorac Pro. This is the 4, and this is Earthy Berries, and I'm keeping that. I love it. Coming into the fall, I'll wear that year round, but I love it. I love this really light. I love all the berry tones. This is just a beautiful palette. Keeping. We're not doing good so far, but we will. We'll start cleaning stuff out. The Subculture, I'm not picking this up much, but I'm also not going to clean it out because I love it when I use it. I look at that and just think industrial. I don't have anything else like it. You can see I've hit pan in several. I get a smooth, good look with this every time I use it, and I am definitely keeping my Subculture. I love it. Okay, then I've got a MAC palette. This is from the Art Library, and this is the Nude Model. And I almost cleaned this out a while back and started using it to kind of check and see if I still love it. I love this. If you like a cool palette, you would probably love this. It is just a great, neutral, cool, everyday palette. I love that palette. And then I just replaced my Tarte Pro. I just now replaced this. This is brand new. I got it on sale for $25 and I'm excited to have this back. I cleaned this out in the past and repurchased, so I'm going to be really careful what I clean out. But okay, then I've got the Smashbox Shape Matters. Okay, y'all, this is not for sale anymore, and I loved this palette. I loved it. But I never picked this up. This never got the attention it deserved, and I just don't use it. I look at it and think I ought to, but I don't. So I'm finally going to clean that out. I am going to clean that out. Okay, and then I have the Lorac Shine Bright, and I'm on the fence with this one. I love it every time I use it, but I don't pick this up. So I'm not sure. I'm going to set this to the side, and I may clean that out, or I may keep it because I don't pick it up, but I love it when I use it, so we're going to hold off on that one. Okay, the Violet Voss Holy Grail. This is probably my, if I could only have one for a warm palette. So this is what I have on today. I'm definitely keeping this. These shadows go on like a dream. They're nice and pigmented. I never get a bad look with this, y'all. I love that palette. It's beautiful. Then I've got both of the Lorac Unzipped. These are both pretty new, and I love them. They're both kind of cooler palettes, even the gold, which I thought would be warmer. That's kind of cooler on me. And what I use these mostly for are those really light shades. Those are great on my eyelid. Yeah, these are beautiful eyeshadows, and so I'm going to keep that. Okay, the Lorac Pro number 2. This is a great cool palette and good for every day. I always get a good look with that, so I'm keeping that. Okay, the Huda Beauty Rose Gold. I am cleaning this one out. It's not because of the formula, it's just really because I just never picked that up. And I don't know why. I love the red in it. I love I love this color in it down here for a transition, but I never pick that up. So I'm cleaning that out, and I've bought that one twice. I cleaned it out the first time, and I'm cleaning it out again. So I just do not need to repurchase that. The Anastasia Jackie Aina palette, I'm definitely keeping that. I love this palette, and coming into fall, that will really be beautiful with the purples and that kind of rust color. That's a great fall color. Very bold. That's a very bold palette. Okay, the Sydney Grace Enduring Love. This is the dark one. I might need to get the light one. I just never pick this up. The shadows are great in it. The quality is great. I don't pick this up. So this will be for sale on Mercari. And while we're on Sydney Grace, and I'm not picking on them because their shadows are amazing. But something about these colors, y'all, I just don't pick these up. So both of these will be over on Mercari. I will definitely repurchase Sydney Grace when they have a palette where the colors are more appealing to me. So I'm cleaning those out, but the quality is fabulous. Okay, the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk, I am keeping this. And it's been on the chopping block a lot, but I love this palette. I love the rust colors. I love this. Right here is perfect for a transition. The shimmers are great, beautiful for the fall. I still love this. That still is just like new to me. The Lorac Mega Pro number 4, I'm cleaning this out. Those colors have just never been great for me. They just don't speak to me. And I bought it anyway, and I'm cleaning it out. I just never pick that up. The Lorac Mega Pro Original in the maroon. I believe I'm keeping this. Yes, it is a beautiful, just a giant number of cool shadows. And then you've got a couple of warms that kind of balance that out. Definitely hanging on to that. Really, that's one of my tops. The Lorac Mega 3, I'm keeping that because this can be warms and cools, and it's also great to have around. The Mega 2, I'm cleaning this one out. This is a cool palette that I just don't pick up. I just never pick that up. So. Okay, the Sweet Peach by Too Faced, definitely keeping this. Such a classic, and coming into fall, oh, I will pick that up all the time. Love that. I also just picked up the chocolate bar again from Too Faced, and I love this. It's just a good classic palette to have around. I love that. It's got everything I need in it. Okay, from Anastasia, the Carly Bible. This is pretty new to me, and I'm definitely keeping that. It's just, all the Anastasias I, pretty much love. Any Anastasia I can get my hands on. But I am cleaning out an Anastasia, and that is the Riviera. I have held on to this and held on to this because I just feel like that's a fun palette I ought to love. I can't do anything with that on a daily basis. Well, I can, but I don't because I have easier things to make work on a daily basis. I've really held on to it because of that. I love that kind of dusty color, and I also love the white for the brow bone, but I never get this out. So that's in the clean out pile. Okay, also the Sultry. I don't know if I'm donating or selling, probably selling the Sultry. It's got a good amount of use to it. I just never pick this up. I love it every time I use it. And this palette taught me that no matter how neutral I am, put in a bright color. This palette made me start doing that. But I just never picked this up. So surprisingly to possibly you and definitely myself, I'm selling that. And then I'll go into another Anastasia, the Soft Glam. Definitely keeping this. It's one of those that I love as much now as the first time I used it. I always get a good look. It's like it's like warm pastels. It's such a gorgeous palette, and I love that. Okay, then a kind of a new palette that I thought about cleaning out, and that's the Naked Reloaded. I used this on a video recently and fell in love with it. This is a beautiful, beautiful palette. It's been compared to the Sultry, but I I think I will pick this one up more than the Sultry for some reason. So I'm keeping the Naked Reloaded. Then the It Naturally Pretty. Y'all, this may be my very top cool palette that I own. I don't know if you can still get it. But I love this one so much, I'm going to get the Romantics. I don't get a bad look with this ever. And these are so easy to use. These shadows kind of remind me of a Tartelette. And I love that palette. And then we will go ahead and talk about some Tartelettes. I am keeping the Tartelette Toasted, just a great warm palette, and I love it. These shadows are easy to use, and I like the container. I tend to pick these up to travel with a lot. I love my Tartelettes. And then I'm keeping my Tartelette Amazon. These are all mattes, and they're cool. And I just get a beautiful look with this every time I wear it. I love that palette. I love all of these light shades for the lid and the darkest darks for the crease and then transition. That is a perfect palette to me. Then I have the In Bloom too. I don't want to forget it. Okay, it's here. Sometimes it's in another bag because I travel with these. This is kind of like the Amazonian palette that's all matte, but it's got some shimmers in it. Very similar. So also love the In Bloom. Okay, next, the Lorac Diamond Luxe palette. I love this palette when I use it and never pick it up. I know Lisa J loves this also. It is beautiful. I don't know that I've ever had a bad look with it. I never pick this up though. So let's put this over in a maybe pile. We'll come back to it. Lawless the One. Y'all, Lawless eyeshadows are great. They remind me of MAC shadows, and I never pick this up. And this one hurts so much to toss this, but I am selling it and cleaning it out because I just don't pick this up. I will repurchase a Lawless eyeshadow if she puts out some colors that I am really interested in. I have the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, and I love this palette. I love all those colors. This will get a workout in the fall. Just multiple looks with this. So definitely keeping that. Okay, then I've got two Alter Ego palettes that are both great. Both of these are great. The Goddess is great. It will be great for the fall. I'm hanging on to that. That's beautiful. I haven't really given that a lot of love, but I will. I want to keep that. And then this one is a dupe of the Huda Nudes. And I love that too. So I'm hanging on to that one. That one is so pretty for the spring. Okay, then the Naked 3. Y'all, I am not pulling this out. I love it when I use it. I'm going to hang on to this because of spring. I think when spring gets here, I think I will pull this out all the time. So I'm hanging on to that. The Naked 3. And I'll see if I use it in the spring. If I don't start picking it up in the spring though, I'll clean it out. Okay, next I have a big Morphe palette, and this is the 3502, and I love Morphe shadows, but I'm cleaning that out. It's a little bit overwhelming to me. I never pick this up, but it's great. So I'm going to clean that one out too. Cleaning out the 3502, but then I'm keeping two Morphe palettes by Jaclyn Hill. I'm keeping the original Jaclyn Hill. That is still one of my favorite palettes that I need to pull out more, and I probably will now that I'm going to have less eyeshadows. I get a beautiful warm look with this every time I wear it. And then the Jaclyn Hill 2, I'll pull this one out with that one, the original Jaclyn Hill. I love this too. The formula on these is great. I always just get a really good look with these, so I will hang on to my Jaclyn Hills for sure. The Lorac first palette that they did, the Lorac Pro. This is one of the most beautiful palettes I own. It has a true pastel pink, which is rare, and a snow white, which is also a little bit rare. On me, these look cool. I've heard it's supposed to be a warm palette, but to me, most of these look cool. So I'm definitely keeping that. It's one of my tops. And then the Norvina and the Renaissance. The Modern Renaissance is one of my top. This is one of my top fall palettes, and I love that. And I also love the Norvina. But y'all, okay, hang on. I love the Norvina when I use it, but I never pick it up. If this didn't say Anastasia on it, I think I would clean it out. So you know what? I never pick this up. I think I'm cleaning it out. Yeah, I am. I'm cleaning this out. I'm going to sell the Norvina, even though I love it. I still don't pick it up. I think I like looking at it better than I like using it. So I'm cleaning that out. The Charlotte Tilbury, is this the Pillow Talk? Yeah, the Pillow Talk. I'm keeping this for sure. I have never once had a bad look with this, never. I get beautiful fall warm looks with this. They are smooth, blendable, pigmented, and just gorgeous. So I'm keeping that. The MAC Flame from the Art Library. It's hard for me to throw out a MAC, y'all. I love a MAC shadow, and I love this. And I get good looks with this every time I use it. And I travel with this and the cool one, the nude model that I talked about earlier. I travel with these two. Those and the Tartelets are my favorite travel palettes. Okay, the Natasha Denona Sunrise. Y'all, I'm selling this. I love it, but I don't really get a complete look with it because it doesn't have a good transition that's just neutral. I love the colorful looks I can get with this, but I rarely just do a colorful look. And I've got the Coral palette that I'm keeping for some of those colorful shades. So I think I'm selling the Sunrise unless I back out. But right now I'm planning on selling this. So putting that on Mercari. Okay, then all of my Visearts, all of the edits. I have a bunch of edits, these little edit palettes, and I love these. These are great palettes. I'm going to keep the Rose Edit. Well, hold on. I'll show them to you. The Rose Edit. That's one of my favorite palettes. I'll be honest and tell you some of these little palettes get lost among all of these big palettes, but I think I will pull these out more. That was the Peach. Apricotine. That's the Apricotine. I think I'll pull these out more when I've kind of pared down. The Petite Pro. Okay, you know what? I am going to clean this one out. I am going to clean this one out because this is a plum color and I don't do plums, really. They turn really purple on me. So I am going to clean out this little Petite Pro. But keeping the Apricotine and the Rose Edit and the Dark Edit, I love adding that to any palette for something darker, more dramatic. It's beautiful. And then my Grand Pro, you couldn't pry this out of my cold dead hands. I love this. It will save any look. If I have used an eyeshadow that was hard and didn't work great, this will save the look. So I'm keeping these Visearts. I'm keeping the Natasha Denona Coral for, you know, if I want to add that peach color. This may end up getting cleaned out. I don't pick it up, but I'm going to keep it for now. Oh, I have two more Visearts, and these are two of my top palettes. The Neutral Milieu and the Cool 2. Cool Mattes 2, and I love both of these. This is one of my top palettes of last year. It is great. So keeping those. I am tossing this Huda Beauty Warm Browns just because, I mean, it's great. I never pick it up. Yeah, I never pick that up. So I definitely I'm cleaning that out. Okay, these nudes. I have the dark, medium, and light nudes from Huda. I'm keeping these. I love these for a beautiful, soft spring look. That's the light. And I pull all these out together. These are so, that could be into fall. I haven't given these enough love yet, but I will. I swear, y'all. I will pick these up. They're so Gorgeous. So I'm going to keep that. Okay, I'm tossing this Natasha Denona Mini Lila. I'm tossing this. I love this camel color here. I will never pick this up for that one color. And this is, I don't think, ever even been used. So this will be for sale over on Mercari. Then I have a Pacifica Pink Nudes. This is pretty new. Y'all, this is a great hypoallergenic, vegan, cruelty-free, clean brand, if that's what you're looking for. And I had one of y'all tell me this is all you can use. This saved you. You can use eyeshadow because of this one. So if you have problems with allergies, try that. Okay, then I've got all three of my Milanis with these mirrored fronts. These are fabulous. I will always keep these. These are my probably top drugstore eyeshadow. And I think they still have these. I'll link them. These are all great. The Most Loved Mattes. The Soft and Sultry is a dupe to me for the Tartelette in Bloom. And then the Bold Obsessions. You can get good, bold, warm looks. And then you've got a couple of cools in there. So these are great. I'm keeping those. Okay, the ColourPop. Y'all, I never pick up ColourPop shadows. This one I got because I thought it might be a dupe for the Huda Nudes, and it is real close to those that I just showed you, like these light ones. So I'm going to keep this in case I do a dupes video. I don't pick it up much, honestly, but I'm going to keep it because it's good. And if you wanted to try the Huda Nudes but don't want to spend that much, yeah, here's a good substitute for you. The Sweet Talk. Okay, this ended up being too apricot for me. This is too peachy. And I looked like I had a little bit of a sickly eye when I wore this, so I'm cleaning that out. The Yes Please, I'm keeping. This is one of my all-time favorites, and it is my very top ColourPop palette. It's beautiful. I get a good warm look with this every single time I wear it, and I love it. So I'm keeping that. Okay, I'm going to put everything back in the drawer, and we'll see what I'm keeping and what I cleaned out. Okay, so that is what I'm keeping, and that does give me more room. I don't know if you can tell or not, and my drawer is so much lighter. Okay, then we're going to come over here, and these are the ones that I am getting rid of. So that's 20 total palettes that I'm cleaning out, and I'm happy with that. All right, y'all, that was hard. That was rough, but it's going to feel so good to have space, and now I can focus on what I just love. So anyway, that is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.